How's it going? Hope you're having a great day. And we're going over David Lynch Images book. And this is an interesting book. It's not a photo book. There's photos he shot in it, and we're going to pick the top 5 that I like out of this. But there's a lot of just like press photos and then a bunch of his paintings and stuff in here as well. I guess it makes sense with the title Images. It literally is a bunch of different images. There's cool photos of him being, when he was younger, behind the scenes type stuff from, past films. But yeah, like I said, there are photos in here, and we'll pick the top 5. So, David Lynch Images. When did this come out? Let's see. So yeah, like I said, there's some press stuff in here. Twin Peaks. 1994 was that when this was released. So Images, David Lynch. My selections in here are not all pages, so the cover is one of them. Oh, spoiler, because this photo's so good, but it's in here, so we'll talk about that when it gets to this. So I actually like both of these. I like this whole spread, so I'm going to pick these 2 to start off. I like this one more than this one, but I do like them both. Trying not to get so much glare onto this. So I really like the darkness in these, especially this one with the streaks coming down the wall. He says something that I always remind myself: if something's dark, like if it's something that you edit and you like it and it's dark, and it's okay, it's meant to be dark. Like not everything has to be very bright. You don't have to be able to see everything perfectly. If something's edited a little bit more of a vibe of even a little bit of darkness, that's okay. There's darkness. Like I think like when you're in a room and it's just all black, like that's like when you go in this room, you probably can't see into the corner. You know what I mean? It's not like he's not trying to be like realistic about it, but it is realistic that things are very dark. So I always remind myself with my photos that I don't have to make sure it's very bright because that's not the mood I'm looking for. So these 2 photos will start off. So he did a project where he photographed snowmen in Boise. And I figured I'd pick my favorite one, and it would be this one. Right here. I like this one the most because you don't really know it's a snowman. I mean, this one's pretty good too, but I like this one because it just has just like a out of this world humanly shape at the same time. But I do like just like the other snowman ones. I like this one that's kind of like almost hidden behind a tree a bit. That one's very good. I wish this is a project. This is actually something I thought about years back. And I'm sure if I really focused on the project, like I thought about doing one myself, and I did drive around a few times. This is probably like 2015. But I think I photographed one, maybe another one. The other one was like, let's just say if I photographed 2, that's all I really found driving around, and then just being out and about, like I don't see them. But maybe if I really focus up on the project, I could find them more. So, but it's something I guess partially tried. I shouldn't even say I tried, I guess, because maybe if I do, I can find more. But if it's not something you just like see, or at least by me, it's not like, oh, there's a bunch of snowmen around. I think it just is what it is. All right, this is not the last photo, but it's my last mark here, and it is the cover. The cover photo is this. I actually, I didn't recreate this photo, but it's actually, I think this was 2014. I kind of did a little like tip of the hat to David Lynch and shot a portrait of my friend Alexandra. That she was sitting on my couch, and I basically kind of recreated this in a way with her sitting on the couch. And I really like that photo a lot. It has its own kind of vibe. Didn't have these red curtains like this photo here, but I still I love this photo, and I love the photo of Alex as well. And the last photo from this top 5 is actually not even in the book. I flipped through it a few times just to make sure. It is the back cover here. I'm not too sure exactly what's going on, which is probably why I like it. I think he probably just has this sculpture sitting like on a windowsill in a hotel room and photographed it with the skyline behind. That's what I'm thinking, but it's freaking awesome. I love this photo. Probably can get like inspiration from this and other things, like putting things in obscure situations maybe that wouldn't be there to make you question like, what is this? Like when I first see this, I think of like Macy's Day Parade. I mean, I think it's like a a balloon going through the city, but great stuff. I love this photo. And that's David Lynch Images. Definitely a cool book. You get some cool behind the scenes stuff. Is this something you have to get on eBay? It's not in print or anything like that anymore. But yeah, like I said, there's like random picture of David Lynch, a self portrait of some art he made. Again, there's this other stuff like that, like this one photo. Just if I can find it real quick. Must be in like the eraser. There's like sections, yeah. So it's cool because you can get like behind the scenes stuff. Like, so this is a racer head, behind the scenes on the set here. This movie took them, I think, like 5 years to make, and there's a big gap of, I believe, a year between filming, and they actually filmed the scene and then continued the scene a year later. So it's really cool stuff like this, behind the scenes type things that you can find in this book as well. So definitely an interesting book. And yeah, just a big David Lynch fan. So, if you're interested in David Lynch, it's a good pickup for sure. Anyways, I want to thank you for checking out this video. I'm not too sure where we're going to go over next. I think I mentioned it last time, but I saw this book and kind of wanted to go through it, and it's been a while. But I think maybe next video we'll do the Mark Cohen Grim Street. I think I mentioned that possibly in the last video, or maybe it's just something I've been thinking about. But Mark Cohen, interesting street photographer, and I know it's gonna be rad going through his photos in there because they're definitely different in its own way. Gets up in people's space and gets just different types of photos by doing that. So anyways, I want to thank you for your support. I appreciate it. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next video.